Hi. Just finished doing answering a question for somebody, and I mentioned this video which I've been wanting to do for ages, which is about chi and hypnosis. I noticed quite a long time ago that the culture, if you've seen my video on how to move chi, the culture that the mind moves the energy, and the energy then moves power. This is very much, if you like, connected to this idea of broken up concepts, broken up things. When I call these broken up things words. Now, a word is, for the Taoist understanding, a word is called a mingxiang. I don't know if I've written this for you guys already, but a mingxiang is written down. The first word is ming, which means the name. Yeah, we've got nice pink today. I've just a pain on my head. And xiang is, it means the appearance. Yeah, that's the second. Whoops, there's the second picture. So ming xiang. Now, so you have the name and the appearance. So they're two separate things. Now, what I noticed is that if you name something, if I say a lemon, yeah, then somebody is actually forced, whether they're aware of it or not, to think of the lemon. And even if they don't think of the lemon, they have to then have the thought and negate it. And that's obviously a little bit more confusing. Now, with hypnosis, you generally go with things that people, when you're doing hypnosis, I studied with Dr. Richard Bandler, some NLP, and NLP has a lot of hypnosis in it. I'm going to say that. Now, probably somebody's going to say that's wrong, but never mind. So when you're doing hypnosis, one of the things you do is you do something called pacing. So you tell somebody something which they can verify. So you'll say, I see you're watching this video, and I don't know if you think it's good or if it's bad. Well, those are two things which are just got to be true. You're watching this video, because otherwise you wouldn't have heard it. Yeah, and I don't know if you think it's good or it's going to be or it's bad. Well, that's also true. And then I can follow that up with a command. Yeah, and I can say, you can relax. Now, commands like that are what are called indirect commands. It's the conversational postulate. Can you pass me the butter? Is actually asking, is it possible for you to pass me the butter? But when I say can, it works to us in our general everyday mind as a command. I'm probably going a little bit far with this, but what I'm trying to say is basically that if somebody uses a word, then they are leading your mind. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I've got thoughts going through my head, and a lot of my thoughts are like word forms. I don't know if you, I mean, people have pictures, thoughts, and everything else, but I also get these word form thoughts, and they're also leading my mind. And what actually happens with the process with the Taichi is you start to get a process where you start to leave these word thoughts and have them more like, pictures on a cinema screen. So they're sort of, oh yeah, okay, that's a thought, as it were, not judging it. And then you're starting to leave the area of where thoughts are actually controlling the mind, as it were. You're starting to go towards that place of power, which I was just talking about in that previous video. And this continues where you actually get you get deeper and deeper into a state of inner solidness and inner strength. And you could call that your, if you like, your dantian, which is a Chinese expression for your center of gravity, or the pillar of immortality, which the Taoists are always talking about. Yeah. So, and once you get to leave words behind, then you'll get very much going towards what I feel is what Lao Tzu said. He said, the Tao, if you call it something, that's not it. That's not what I mean. If I'm trying to explain it to you and I use words, that's not it. Well, obviously, if you're in a state where words have no effect on you, then that will obviously be something in resonance with it, as it were. And when you are considering what Lao Tzu said, it's so big I can't make a word for it. Just being in a place where there aren't words for you, as it were. So there's you and there's the words, there's the thought. And this is during the practice, this is in your daily life. You're entering into your big power place, your strong place. From this place, you get an incredible amount of self-security, and it's not based on who you think you are in a conceptual way of words and everything else. And it's something that takes time. So somebody's like experiences it once, and I've had the enlightenment. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I think we're all enlightened deep down. I think to actually grow into an inner adult just really does take time. So this, if you like, there's a maturing of that inner enlightenment. Anyway, I've been babbling on, and I think I've started with Tao and hypnosis. Sorry, the light's probably really crap. I'm just decided the kids are in the other room watching TV, and I've been sort of banned out over here. So I thought you just have to have bad lighting, but at least I've put up another video. Thanks a lot for the positive feedback which I've had from you guys. I really appreciate it. Obviously I only know how good you find these things, or crap you find them, if you leave me a message. So some people are liking it, which is obviously good enough for me. Okay, so I wish you a lovely time. Cheerio.